From the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Imagine a Nigeria where you no longer have to queue up to vote during elections, spend hours in the bank, or travel to other states for post-UME. With the right technological policies, e-governance makes you get government services from your computer or mobile devices wherever you are. Worry not about when Nigeria will get it and how, because that is the crux of this week's program. Yes, we'll get to see e-government initiatives put together by the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy through Nitda's initiative on e-governance. President Muhammadu Buhari, through this initiative, keeps his promises to use technology as the driving force of social, economic change and promoting transparency in governance. Now, you can be part of this program by logging onto our website www.nitda.gov.ng or our social media handles displayed right on your screens. I am Dr. Spello and this is Nitda Impact.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Now let's begin with the news headlines. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, has emphasized digital innovation policy and entrepreneurship as the ministry's key focus. Director General Nitda calls on government and private sectors to go digital. Now the news proper. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, has said the ministry is currently focusing on policies that will suit the digital economy and innovations. He said this at the workshop on policy review and innovations at the communications headquarters in Mbora. The reports.
The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, said digital innovation and entrepreneurship policy is what the ministry is focusing on at the Stakeholders Review Policy in line with the vision of President Muhammadu Buhari's agenda on digitization. The minister said this while declaring the workshop open at the Communications Headquarters, Mbora. He said if the policy is put in place, it will help Nigeria become a productive nation rather than a consuming one. He therefore called on Nigerians to focus on exploitation as it has all the required potentials to leverage on. He called on the academia, private sector, entrepreneurs to remove policies that are barriers to the growth of the nation.
By the time I assumed duty on 21st August 2019, there wasn't any broadband plan, which broadband plan is key to the success of digital economy, is key to national digital innovation and entrepreneurship and many more. It is because of that I put that idea on hold and we work on our National Broadband Plan 2020 to 2025. So this is one of the most important policies we have planned to produce. That is National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
The Director General Nitda, Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, said there is no better time to get it right than now. He urged youths in particular to come up with innovative ideas as the world has gone digital and Nigeria needs to redouble its efforts to meet up with international standards.
We are passing through an unprecedented time of crisis, a quadruple crisis. The crisis started as a health crisis, which led to economic crisis that caused humanitarian crisis and mental health crisis. To survive and thrive in this kind of time, we need to have entrepreneurial mindset, or we need to be an fragile entrepreneur. Because if you are a fragile and crisis hit, you crash.
The Director General Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, hosts a team from Shippers Council. At the meeting, Abdullahi emphasized the need for a fully digitized government inclusive for all the private sector. The reports.
The Director General Nitda Kashifu Inua Abdullahi said there is need for digitization and innovation both for government entrepreneurs, and private sectors if the council is to thrive successfully. Kashifu stressed the need for all to make hay while the sun shines in order to be at the helm of affairs. He made the call when he receives the team from Shippers Council led by the Executive Secretary Hassan Bello. He said organizations such as the Shippers Council, which has other neighboring countries depending on it, is supposed to lead the digitization trend. He therefore urged Shippers Council to work with the mindset of an entrepreneur and pledge rapid intervention.
By setting your vision, it will help you to, your vision is where you want to be, where you envisage you to see yourself in future. Then your mission is what you do on daily basis to help you achieve your vision. So before you even do that, you need to do like gap analysis, design where you want to be, then do the baseline assessment of where you are today, then identify the gaps, what do you need to put in place to help you take you to where you want to be. So this will help you to even identify the capabilities you need in terms of the people you need, the technology you need, the kind of processes you need to put in place to help you move from where you are to where you want to go.
The Executive Secretary Shippers Council, Mr. Hassan Bello, in his response, complained that 5 hours is taken on investigating a container. He added that 90% of goods come through the seaport, hence the need for rapid response from Nitda to save the time spent on investigating a particular container by the organization and for them to compete favorably with its counterparts. He further thanked Director General Nitda for its prompt response on inaugurating a committee to carry out the assignment.
Yes, we have many rivers, we have estuaries. We are geographically the center of the world. So by that, we ought to dominate the trade. That means we ought to have bigger ships coming to Nigeria and then we distribute it to others. With our ports have problem with technology. They have defied the use of technology, but we have insisted that technology is the solution. We need a contactless port. We need a port that one can stay outside and transact business without really going to have physical presence.
You're still watching Nitda Impact. We will go on a quick break, but when we come back, quick tips on Wi-Fi security is next. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Remember, you can participate in this program by logging onto our website www.nitda.gov.ng and all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Free Wi-Fi is beneficial but can be dangerous. Here are quick tips to stay safe while using free Wi-Fi. Be aware, public Wi-Fi is inherently insecure, so be cautious. Number 1, turn off sharing. When you are in public Wi-Fi connection, turn off sharing on your system preference or mobile device. Number 2, use VNP. Using a VNP over a public Wi-Fi network will effectively encrypt all of your data that passes through the network. Number 3, install and update antivirus and anti-malware software. Always protect your computer and mobile devices from malicious attacks. Number 4. Enable firewall. Firewall prevents undesired web traffic from entering your device. Finally, turn off Wi-Fi when not in use. Now let's take a look at this week's special report.
The e-business infrastructure is built upon a variety of applications running on different platforms across different network protocols, and they all need to share data. Important and sensitive data about individuals and organizations in the private and public sectors needs to be shared and exchanged in order to reduce costs. This would ensure that existing investments are leveraged while improving interaction and integration of interagency and cross-governmental transactions. A well-developed and managed interoperability framework ensures that data collection is not constantly embarked upon, and that there is no multiplicity or duplication of data from one single source. Interoperability is the ability of diverse information systems and business processes they support to exchange data and share information and knowledge seamlessly. Interoperability occurs when systems are created that facilitate better decision making, better coordination of government agency / private sector programs and services in order to provide enhanced services to citizens and businesses. Data exchange is the hallmark of software interoperability, where data exchange protocols, development of software necessary for management of data connections, and creation of user interfaces are achieved. The Nigeria e-Government Master Plan was designed in fulfillment of the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy's mandate to, quote, utilize ICT to drive transparency in governance and improve the quality and cost effectiveness of public service delivery in Nigeria, end quote. Dr. Vincent Olatunji, Director, E-Government Development and Regulations, speaks to us further on interoperability.
We're all aware of the fact that we work with the KOICA, that's Korean Agency for International Cooperation, to develop a national e-government master plan for Nigeria. And all stakeholders in government, private sector, and even society organizations will all have roles to play in implementing the national e-government master plan. And we're all aware that we have a national digital economic policy and strategy mainstreamed by the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. Now, in an attempt to implement these two major documents, there is need for MDAs to speak the same language, be able to exchange information, exchange data. But it's clear that we deploy different solutions, and if your solution in a ministry cannot talk to what another ministry has deployed, there's no way you can do seamless data and information exchange. So the whole essence of interoperability framework is for us to have a standard, a guideline, a kind of a guide to deploying to the deployment of solutions, to development of technologies, whereby data information from one government organization can talk to the same other. The whole essence is to be able to have a seamless e-governance structure and function in Nigeria. Now, we are talking of one whole government, that is one single government, that is open governance for people to be able to access government services, to enhance government digital service delivery, to be delivered by all MDAs. If we don't speak the same language in the Roman, the layman language, if we don't exchange information and data, that's all we can achieve this. So the whole essence of interoperability framework is for us to be able to exchange information and data seamlessly, and it is derived from the National Government Master Plan. There are two documents that we have developed that we have derived from that document. We have the enterprise architecture and the interoperability framework. And what we have done, we have set up a national implementation committee for both of them, and we are working together with the representative of various MDAs to be able to implement this at the federal level in Nigeria. So it's just a kind of a summary. That is what interpolicy framework is all about. As I mentioned before, we have a national implementation committee for us to be able to properly understand what or the situation of things in each of the MDAs. And we've gone ahead to do a kind of survey. Last year we did for 100 federal public institutions. Currently we are working on additional 100 federal public institutions for us to have a clear idea of what is happening in these MDAs. That in terms of human capital, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the kind of solutions they are using, and the level of readiness of each of these MDAs. You know, there are different levels, different categories. Some have never started at all. Some are in category 1, some in category 2, some in category 3, depending on the level of deployment of digital technologies, how effective the digital technologies are, and in terms of service delivery. So these are different levels, which we try to measure through the survey that we've carried out. Now, having received the feedback from the first set of 100 MDAs, we are going ahead now to offer personalized advisory services on the digitalization process for these MDAs, because part of our mandate as an agency is to offer advisory services. First, we regulate and develop ICT in Nigeria. We implement the national IT policy. Another one under which this falls is the advisory services which we render to MDAs. So now, after the survey, we finalize the survey report. What we're now doing is to offer personalized advice to MDAs on their digitalization processes. Then, one thing that is really important is for us to build capacity of people that will implement this in the MDAs. We've gone ahead to organize a training program for about 500 participants. We invited people from 100 MDAs. We had people representing 89 MDAs. We were able to train 442 digital transformation technical working group members from different MDAs, because in building capacity we need to identify people that can work with us in the various MDAs. That was why we set up the digital transformation technical working group in each of the MDAs. They are the ones that we're working with now in building capacity, in assessing their readiness, in looking at the kind of solutions they are deploying, in rendering personalized advice services, especially on the digitalization process. So that is the level we are now, but the feedback we are getting from the MDAs is that they are all ready now, and even we are going further to even suggest appropriate budgetary allocation. Well, it will not be too appropriate, but at least to move from where we are now a step ahead for government to effectively fund this digital transformation technical working group and the kind of solutions, the kind of infrastructure, the human capital development of people that will work in driving this agenda in the MDAs. These are all some of the things that we need to do together for us to be able to implement the national digital economy policy and strategies, and to take Nigeria on this journey of national digital transformation in the country.
These policies were interconnected with specific expected outcomes. These strategic outcomes were high performance culture producing accountability, integrated and citizen-centric government, placement of right people to make the public service the employer of choice, as well as producing competent, committed, and incorruptible public officers. The National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, is leading the process of implementation of Nigeria E-Government Master Plan, NEGMP, and National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy, NDEPS. To achieve this, the first 100 Digital Transformation Technical Working Groups, DTTWG, have been established in MDAs across the country. The DTTWGs would serve as implementation instrument for at least 4 pillars of the NDEPS, which are developmental regulations, service infrastructure, soft infrastructure, and indigenous content promotion and adoption. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy explains that the DTTWGs are required to ensure that all ICT and digital technology-related policies and regulations are adhered to by their organizations in a manner that enables national development.
A hub is a place where a series of activities hold. Abraham Akpan will be sharing services offered in a technological innovation hub, plus all you need to know about running a hub effectively. Let's meet Akpan.
My name is Abraham Akpan. I'm the Executive Director of Akure Tech Hub right here in Akure, Ondo State. So Akure Tech Hub is a safe space for people, and it's what we call a tripartite hub. That means basically the private sector, the academia, and also the state government coming together to actually put this space together. So like I said, it's to create a safe space for young people, for innovators. So the services that the hub offers is we offer the regular co-working space, incubation, acceleration. We also do community engagement and also hackathons for innovators across the state, and we also have reach across other southern states in Nigeria. What makes the hub very unique in its makeup is the fact that we are in the epicenter for innovation. Like it's also been said through research that the university is the space for innovation, and we are right here in the epicenter for innovation. So it allows these young people to be able to walk onto this space and have access to the different services that is being offered. It's also creating that safe space whereby no matter who you are. So for example, we have 3 communities that is residents in the space. We have the business community, we also have the tech community, and we also have the creative community. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you'll always find expression in our space. What makes this the hub very unique also is the fact that we offer a wide range of services for people, and it's a very fully subsidized space. So you have access to internet, workspaces, business support services, back-end support. But the unique thing I would like to say about the hub is the fact that you can come and you feel safe. You can come and you feel at home. And we also run for 24 hours, basically. The challenge is, just like every other hub, one of the biggest challenges that anybody will tell you that running this space is the fact that you always have issues when it comes to optimal funding for your startup, because we have a lot of young people who come into the space and they have a lot of amazing ideas, but that ability to be able to fund their enterprise is always our biggest challenge. So one of the things that we like to do is to work our way around those systems. We cannot be able to support as many startups as possible, and so that's, I think, basically one of the major challenges. But other challenges, and we move on. So we have challenges when it comes to internet services. We also have challenges when it comes to power. So we have to look for alternative means to be able to power the system, because as you know, a hub needs to provide internet services as basic power in that sense. But we're trying our best to be able to work our way through and to be able to deliver quality services. So in collaboration with Nitda and OIE, which is a subsidiary of Nitda, we collaborated with them to host the Southwest finals of the Future Hack. It was also exciting to see that young people from these various the various states in the Southwest were able to come right here to be able to hack solution. The experience was very, very exciting, because after the program, we're able to gather feedback from these startups who have been doing things in their various silos, but the platform provided them the opportunity to be able to be heard. And if it's something that I believe that this Nitda has been able to do through this program, is that it provides these young people the opportunity, like I've said, for their voice to be heard, and which is the biggest thing. Give people the platform to know that whatever they are working on, whether big, small, it has the ability to affect the lives of people. And one of the things that we have been able to look, actually, because of the focus of the particular program was focused on education, it allowed these young people to begin to rethink the process of how education is going to be implemented across Nigeria. So these young people were able to bring in ideas, and it was very amazing to see how they were able to think and the different directions that their ideas were going to. So it was an exciting opportunity and an exciting experience for me, knowing that I've been able to be part of the system before and being able to be part of the system again right here, and I'm excited for them, and we look forward to much more of that. So like I said, my career has been able to take me across these different hotspots, but right here, bringing it down to Akure, it shows us that the government are open towards innovation for young people. And I'm excited that from the program that we did with Nitda and other subsequent programs that we're able to pull up and also bring in the attention of what it really means to be in this space. So for example, Abuja has a lot of a federal presence. You have like the state, so it's also it also matches the kind of pace that innovation has across the different states. For example, one of the things that makes Ondo State really peculiar is the fact that it has over 7 federal institutions, also has 7 tertiary institutions in the state. So that means we have a lot of young people domiciled here. So it also gives us that energy to be able to drive innovation. So for example, you have in Abuja almost the same thing, but peculiar in that sense. But I'm also I'm excited that through the work that we are doing right here, it's also giving people the opportunity to be able to showcase their energy, showcase their talent, and know that they can be able to push themselves beyond different boundaries.
The digital space is about making life convenient for all of us, simplifying everything we do, from government to government, government to businesses, government to employees, and government to citizens, minimizing hardships, which is exactly what the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration wants for Nigeria and Nigerians. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy through Nitda is committed to this cause. Special appreciation to the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, and the entire management and staff of Nitda for putting this program together. Remember, you can participate on this program through our social media handles displayed right on your screens or our website www.nitda.gov.ng. See you again next time. I am Dr. Spello, and bye for now.